FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried that was considered the white knight of the crypto industry. And as a result of that, this fall from grace has caused a colossal loss in investor confidence across the board. Now, when it comes to contagion, it is expected. We saw it earlier this year with the fall of 3 Arrows Capital and Celsius after the Terra collapse. So that is certainly expected. And right now, the major rush is, not your coins, not your keys, not your coins. And we're certainly feeling that and seeing that across the industry as people are waiting and carefully checking Twitter for the next updates on how this contagion may impact the industry further.
Jake, despite all the warning labels that this is an industry that is largely still unregulated, I still think there's a lot of shock about what's happened behind the scenes with FTX and Alameda Research and just the open door in terms of funds shifting between these two organizations. Does that mean the industry does need to publish exactly what reserves look like and fess up if there are any arrangements like this behind the scenes?
I would certainly think so. And I definitely agree with that statement. As a centralized company ourselves, Caleb & Brown, we take the approach where every company that operates in this space should have 100% fully backed reserves. So all of your customer liabilities should be covered by assets in cold storage. In addition to that, every asset that you do have from a customer needs to be backed one-to-one, and you should only be using your internal company working capital for liquidity to execute transactions. Now, in this case, there was a lot of vague gray areas between the relationship between the two companies. And in this fall from grace, all of a sudden now there is this major push towards proof of reserves, looking at information on chain. And we're certainly in support of that motion, and we hope that regulators will be too.
Sorry, Jake, why would I trust a word that a lot of these individuals and companies publish? Surely it can all be manipulated, it can all be faked, and there's been a lot of that already in the industry, in the collapsed companies. Why would I trust any of these companies to publish accurate reserve figures?
Well, I believe that what that does come down to is regulation. There needs to be a standard to which everyone operates, a clean basis to which every centralized cryptocurrency business needs to adhere to if they wish to continue to operate. Now, DeFi is a whole other sector altogether, but when it comes to centralized companies, you're absolutely spot on. You can't just take the word of somebody on Twitter, regardless of how well their PR campaign has positioned them. There needs to be third parties, there needs to be a regulatory standard to which we can confidently say as investors that we trust the reserves of this company.
Should I trust the major players left in the industry? Should I trust a word any of them say?
Great question. I believe, and our industry, our company also stands for the idea that if you can't withdraw your coins and you can't take custody of your own assets, that in and of itself is as red as a flag can get. So with that being said, we often tell our clients and people in the industry, if you're confident in your own cold storage, absolutely make sure that you're holding your own assets. And if you can't do that, then make sure you have confidence in the firm that you're trading with. If you do that, then you're not putting yourself out there. Right now, the contagion event is yet to unfold at full. And if you go across Twitter, there are numerous major exchanges who are starting to get a bit of a withdrawal crunch and may be tested shortly.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I was reading over the weekend, Jake, this Wall Street Journal piece on crypto.com, where there seemed to be some issue with withdrawals now. And as you point out, contagion is a real risk for this sector at the moment. Given that you have a role in the industry as well, are you able to tell us whether you've seen any immediate hit over the last few days on the level of transactions?
Great question. So obviously the crypto.com news is quite prolific given the size of that exchange. They're not all that far off the size of FTX by many measures. Now, with our experience and my role within the industry, so we service about 25,000 customers. So we certainly have far less customers in these major exchanges. But because we speak to the clients one by one with our brokerage model, what we've found is there is a ton of consumer confidence which has been devastated by this space. And as a result of that, people are asking the questions that maybe they weren't asking during the bull market. What kind of security practices do you use? How does your company hold your coins? Can I withdraw my coins right now, this second? And our job is just to make sure that we can facilitate whatever the clients need. And that's what we've been doing. I hope that other companies within the industry can do the same. But as I mentioned before, it's going to be a curious few days with this contagion event continuing to blow up.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.